I remember talking to my sister one day when we were children, and we had both discovered that both of us were being essayed by my mother's boyfriend. So we decided we was gonna tell mama, right? So, we get together, we go in her room, we tell her, hey, this is what's going on. So she was like, what? She was confused because she didn't understand what was happening. So she said, okay, well, I'm going to ask him about it. Y'all go on and get ready for school or whatever, right? So we thinking, oh yeah, she going to take care of it and it's going to be all good. So I don't know if a few days had went by or if it was the next day or what it was, but we went back and was like, hey, did you ask him about it? What did he say or whatever? So she was like, well, he said he didn't do anything like that. So we was like, well, he did, And so she was like, well, no, he said he didn't do anything. So we like, well, mama, he did. And, so we kind of kept pressing the issue and then finally, we had just kind of left it alone. And so he would continue, right? And it got to the point where she had started making us sleep in our clothes. And so at that point, I knew that she knew what he was doing, right? So I couldn't really, but I still couldn't understand, like, why is he doing this? Like, I knew it was wrong. And y'all got to remember, I'm like 7, 8, 9 years old, right? And I said all of those ages because that's how long it happened or how long it was reoccurring. Let me just say that it was reoccurring. And so she got to the point where she made us sleep in our clothes and different things like that. And I remember I just couldn't understand why is this happening? What is on his mind? Why is he doing this? Like I just didn't understand it, right? Well, as I got older and as an adult, I started doing my own research on pedophilia, on pedophiles, and I figured out what it was, or at least I found out. I don't want to say I figured out, but I found out that they seek out single women, especially single mothers with daughters. That's what they do, right? They go so far as to marry them, have babies with them, anything to be around children. That's what they do. And for years I thought, my mother was terrible. Like, I'm like, why would she allow this to happen? But then what I realized was she was a victim herself, right? Because not only was he abusive to us, he was abusive to her. So being a person who had never experienced anything like that, I'm sure she was very confused and just not really knowing what to do, right? Now, I'm not making excuses. I'm just showing some compassion for my mother. And I realize now, as a 46-year-old, that my mother was still in her 20s with 5 daughters and still trying to navigate this world and figure things out. She still had to go to work and get us ready for school and all of this stuff. And for that, I can give her a bunch of grace. And now I'm a little more, like I said, I have a little more understanding and a lot more compassion for my mother.